Welcome to the 4-hour HyperQuestions program by Business Planning HQ. You'll land on this particular tab, which is the End User License Agreement. Review that. It's just protecting your confidentiality and the confidentiality of the toolkit itself. So once you're happy with that, just click Next, and that'll take you to the instructions. You'll see at the top here we have an option which is to enable some content. So we're going to enable that content, which is effectively instructional videos that will pop up within the tool and guide you through the process of creating your plan. Down below here we have an overview of the process that we'll be going through. So about the business, the scope of the business, profile of the customer, etc. And you'll notice each process step is a tab within the tool. So we'll go on to the first tab, and I'll just go up to the top. So this first status bar is our status for this particular task. So if I enter my name, it'll show us we're 5% complete and 1% through our business plan. It's completely different to working in a Word document. What this tool is doing is replacing the role of a consultant and asking you the questions that need to be asked to get your logic straight before your document is created by us. So we have the two status bars. We have a video that talks through every question within the tool and how to think about answering that question in an effective way. We have a space for a question, we have a space for an answer, and we have a sample answer. And all we need to do is fill in this middle column. Our sample answers will pop up once we tell the tool what sort of business we are, which is down at question 15. So what role do we play in the industry? So let's say we're a technology developer. Okay, I'll pop back up. And we'll see that sample answers exist for every question. So we can see the format of the information that we're looking for. A number of the areas are drop downs. So in this case, we're a private company. I'll just enter a little bit of information here because the tool needs that in order to generate some questions. So our company name is Business Planning HQ. So it'll then ask us what year and month was Business Planning HQ founded, and we go on. And so every entry that you make is used to generate further questions within the tool. So we just go through and complete that section down here in terms of the ownership of the business, the directors, etc. Then move on to the business scope. And the business scope really starts with what are the assets of the business. So in our case, it might be okay, so our domain name. And what will happen then is it'll say, how is that domain name important to Business Planning HQ? And so we'll give it an answer for that. And then it will go on to ask us, what's the financing structure of that domain name? So we own the domain name. It's not under license and it's not under lease. So we go down, and as we go down, we'll see we're starting to use what we call lead-in text. And this guides the structure of your answer. So the question is, what does the business do? We develop new and emerging wind turbine technologies focused on better managing extreme high stress conditions. So we just enter what our business does in there, our #1 business objective, etc. Then we move on to profiling the customer, and what we're doing here is orienting you around the customer problem. What is the customer problem you're solving, and how are you going about solving that? Is that an addressable issue? Is it an issue of innovation that the customer is looking to resolve? Then we profile the market, so we turn the customer into a market. We then develop the strategy based around a value proposition back to the customer and the overall market. We then outline the business model, and we use a combination of Osterwalder's business model framework as well as that of Eric Ries. We then develop an operations and roadmap. Who's in the team? What are we doing and when? What are the key milestones for the development of the business? We conduct an analysis of the business. So this is our SWOT-M. And you'll notice simple things like we look for 6 strengths and 4 weaknesses, because what we're doing is using this document as a sales tool, and we're trying to present your business in the best light as possible. The financials are nothing to be frightened of. They're actually very simple. Once you've been through the process and get to the financial section, you'll find it very straightforward. We just enter the currency, the date for our forecasting period, our base case scenarios, etc. And then we enter our projected sales by month for the first year and then annually after that. And our purchases, this is waiting for information to come from elsewhere within the tool. Once we've designed our business model, we've identified our key cost types and they come through in here and we just fill out the numbers associated with that. The development schedule is effectively a project plan that lays out what we're going to be doing and when. And again, you can see my names come through because I've entered it in that first page. So all the tabs are integrated together and flow. So it's designed to be done from step 1 right through to step 11, which is adding your images. And that's as simple as just inserting your logo and any cover images and other images you'd like in the document, and we'll flow those through for you. And the final tab is a submission checklist, and this identifies what's been done within the plan and what hasn't. Once you're happy with your document, which takes about 4 hours to create this this complete toolkit, send it back to us, and then we will work on your documents. It takes us 24 hours to generate those and send it back to you. So we wish you all the best with your business.